Welcome to
Drop Bear and Panda.
episode 54.
Save the world.
Woo! Podcast of Destiny.
Yeah.
We're back from summer vacation.
That's right. And what a summer vacation it was.
Holy cow.
We went to a place where there was actually summer.
Not Calgary.
Nope, sure didn't.
We traveled down to southern Ontario after Drop Bear took his motorcycle out to Victoria and back.
Yep.
And we took August off, as you might have noticed.
Yeah. And speaking of August off, we're also going to be releasing podcasts every other week.
We have a lot to do with other things.
Yeah, we got a cool film projects coming up.
We have other secret stuff that might be happening that I can't tell you about.
Anyway. Yeah.
Like Space Force.
Oh, you said it.
Like last time.
Yep.
Yep. So we figured as opposed to having podcasts that are a little rushed, we figured good podcast every 2 weeks would be a good alternative.
Yeah.
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 So anyways.
And we're aiming for 30 minutes.
Aiming for 30 minutes.
Aiming for 30 minutes.
Aiming for 30 minutes.
Hey, you know what isn't 30 minutes long?
The Tool album. Just listened to the new Tool album while I was drinking my coffee this morning.
I was listening as I was moseying about and doing my stuff.
An hour and a half. And they're now on Spotify and streaming platforms, so I didn't have to buy it. I love you, Tool. 13 years it took them to put this album out. I'm not saying it took them 13 years to make the album.
Yeah, they've been busy doing other stuff.
Now, as musicians, Tool is very good.
Yeah.
They are very good at the weird time signatures and the crescendos and the decrescendos and all this sort of stuff. But I found the album to be way too much like the last album, which was called 10,000 Days, which was a good album.
When I was wandering around, I was like, oh, that sounds like, an old Tool album.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And there were some parts of the album that sounded like they sampled themselves from the previous album.
Maybe they did.
So if you're a diehard Tool fan and love 10,000 Days and half of Lateralis, I mean, great.
You will love this album.
Yeah. For a technical standpoint, great album, but I wanted more.
Yeah.
Especially since it took them 13 years. And I love Tool. Yeah. Enema, however you want to pronounce it, is my favorite. So I'm old school. The Lateralis...
Old Tool.
The Lateralis album I thought was wicked.
Yeah.
But 10,000 Days didn't do it for me. It was still good. But this one I wanted more after not being around for 13 years.
Yeah.
So I'm disappointed, but maybe I just have to eat a lot of drugs.
Well, I think that's the way to experience Tool.
It is,
with
but
as much drugs as possible.
And on drugs, I'm sure it will be fantastic. But when you're not on drugs, though, it still should be just as good.
Right, you'd think so. But it's not.
Anyways.
Like Pink Floyd, The Wall. If you're on drugs, great movie. If you're not on drugs, great movie.
Still a great movie. Yeah, just in a different way.
That's right.
We are recording this a second time.
Yes.
We actually recorded this yesterday on Saturday, and then the power went out because it's been raining in Calgary.
Yeah, non-stop.
All summer.
Yeah, and it basically blew up the entire recording studio. So we had nothing. So we took the day off. Yeah. And we're back at it today.
Yes. So, summer vacation, Southern Ontario.
Yeah, so we flew into Ottawa.
The capital of Canada.
It is the capital of Canada, and I will have to. First of all, I love the fact that their airport is Yow. I got a kick out of that.
Yeah, yuck is Calgary.
But I weird thing about Ottawa, I thought the airport would be bigger.
I know.
It's strange.
Yeah, it's not very big.
Yeah,
but it's Canada and.
Fly into Calgary, that's a pretty big airport.
Used to be tiny, though.
Used to be tiny.
Up until a few years ago, it was very, very small.
Pearson, gigantic.
Yep. Ottawa, teeny tiny. So my father picked us up.
Yeah.
And took us to the bustling city, as he would call it, Le Grand Ville.
The metrocity.
Of Westport.
Yeah.
Which is about 45 minutes away from Kingston. Which is north of Lake Ontario.
Name one famous band that comes from Kingston.
Tragically Hip.
Thank you.
You're welcome.
Yeah, it's a great little town. We went swimming in the lake.
Yep. On one side of Westport is Sand Lake. On the other side of Westport is the Upper Rideau Lake, which attaches to the Big Rideau Lake. And then down south is Newborough Lake. There are lakes.
Is there a Lower Rideau Lake?
No,
Low Rideau?
It's just Newborough.
But it's all part of the whole Rideau Channel.
Canal. The Rideau Canal.
The Rideau Canal.
Okay, Google, what is the Rideau Canal?
According to Wikipedia, the Rideau Canal, also known unofficially as the Rideau Waterway, connects Canada's capital city of Ottawa, Ontario, to Lake Ontario and the St. Lawrence River at Kingston, Ontario.
It's huge.
I could have gone all the way to Pickering. Which
Yes, you
is
could have.
right by Lake Ontario.
And you could also be like a looper and go all the way down to Florida.
That's right. And back and zip it around and stuff. And we went through the locks.
We did. We went through Chafee's Locks and had some amazing ice cream, by the way.
Yeah.
2 scoops of ice cream.
Oh, like the size of your head.
It's the size of your head. So, fair warn, Panda's dad had 2 scoops. He was the first one to order. And we all knew it was a giant mistake.
I think he was the first one to finish, too. Like, he was all up in that ice cream.
Apparently, he's all about ice cream. We both had 1 scoop and we couldn't finish.
I went with triple chocolate.
What did I do? I went with... Oh, gosh, I can't even remember.
It wasn't there a berry one?
No, it was cookie
Cookie dough.
dough chocolate chip.
Yeah.
It was good. It was good. Still couldn't finish it, though.
Yeah,
But I had a waffle cone.
Yeah, you got to go with the waffle cone.
Waffles!
In the morning, I'm having waffles.
And we went through Chafee's Lock and Newborough Lock, and there's also Narrows Lock, which we didn't go through, but I did drive over later. You had never been in a lock before.
No.
You never even saw one work before.
No. So I was pretty
Pop your cherry.
thrilled, actually. And so Chafee's Lock, you've got like these kids that work there in the summer, and they've got to wind the chain and move the bridge and then like open up the waterway to fill it up with boats and then close the waterway and then fill it up with water to raise the thing and the boats come out. But the other Westport?
Newborough Lock.
Newborough Lock is just a button. Boink.
Yep. Because they were like, it's too hard of a job for able-aged children.
Yeah.
I guess. I don't know. It's a great summer job. But they were apparently, if I recall correctly, they were going to change Chafee's Lock to a button. And they said, nope.
Oh.
Let's keep it all historic.
Yeah.
Because it was built in like the 1700s, or they started way back there, and tons of Irish died.
Yeah, of the weirdest thing. Who can guess how people died building the canals?
Would it be syphilis?
Nope, not syphilis. Can you please phrase it in the form of a question?
I did. Would it be the flu?
Nope, that is incorrect.
Would it be tuberculosis?
No.
Would it be malaria?
Bam! Just like that.
What?
That's
all
right.
there is to it.
A lot of them died from malaria.
Yeah, malaria, if you can believe it.
I can't believe it.
That's
Well, actually, I do believe it because we read all the
Then
things.
we went to the graveyard that was really old and unmarked graves and stuff.
Yeah, it was
But
pretty neat,
malaria
actually.
in Canada.
Yeah. So I think they said that they brought the malaria with them.
Yeah,
So the
that's-
mosquitoes weren't full of malaria to begin with.
Yeah, and they obviously didn't bring it from Ireland
No, that would be weird.
because I think they were working in the Congo or something. They were working somewhere in Africa and then came over to work in Canada. And,
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, not so good. But man, I mean, the locks are a lot easier than portaging a 60-foot yacht.
That is true. And my favorite yacht is the Le Barge.
Le boat.
Yeah, Le Boat.
Le boat,
Yeah,
le barge.
you can rent these things and just cruise around, go through the locks.
And it's funny because you can see the owners of other boats cringe and be terrified when these Le boats go through, because these people obviously need to have their boat license.
Yeah.
You just need to know about the waterways and
Right.
and all the rules.
Right, yeah.
But people, you should have seen some of these guys try to drive their boats. It was a disaster.
Yeah. And people are like, they've got their big sticks out trying to fend off the
Giant
incoming
boats.
boat, which are surrounded by bumpers.
Yeah.
It's like training wheels. It's pretty funny.
Yeah.
It was anyway. I like those, and I think it'd be fun to have one of those and cruise around for like a couple weeks.
I think if we're able to do that next time, that would be great. They had the 3 buoys, which they might still have in BC.
Yeah, I'm sure they do. I'm pretty sure they're in Merrill Lake and Sicamous.
I don't know.
Yeah. Anyway, they were kind of like the original.
Yeah.
Back in the day.
Let's rent out a crap load of houseboats.
Yeah.
For crazy drunk people.
We stayed on Newborough Lake at a lodge.
Yes, we did.
Frank's Lodge.
Frank's Lodge.
On, what was the island called?
McCaskill Island.
McCaskill Island.
We lived there for a week. How dare you forget?
Oh, it was so good.
It was so good. It was the only summer we got.
Yeah. And it was gorgeous. A beautiful place. It's got 4 rooms, lots of beds, a huge great room with pool table and darts.
Yep.
And Frank's done it up really, really well.
Yeah, redid the whole kitchen, which was amazing, and had it well stocked also. He did a great job of keeping the feel of the original cottage. We called it a cottage. He calls it a lodge, whatever.
Because it's your old family cottage.
Potato to potato, lodge, cottage.
Wow.
Yeah, you're welcome.
Cottage.
But he kept a lot of the furniture as well, which was really nice. And you walk in, you're like, whoa, it's exactly the way I remember it, because it almost is.
Yeah.
It was pretty incredible. And we had a little boat to go to and from Newborough with, and went canoeing.
Yep. And there's sunfish.
Got sunburned.
Yep. I went floating in our floaties.
And just relaxed.
Yeah. I haven't been that relaxed like ever.
It's funny because the second last day I think we were there, I had asked you, "Are you okay?" Because you didn't say it. We talked in the morning, but then throughout the day you didn't really say much to me at all.
Yeah.
And usually that means either, not that you're angry at me, but you've got something going on with work and you're just trying to figure stuff out. You've got all these numbers and letters and everything going on in your head. So I was checking in.
Yeah.
Like, is everything okay? You're like, I haven't been this mellow in a really long time.
Like forever.
And then you just floated away.
Yep.
Yeah. So I was like, sweet. So that was really nice.
And went for a motorcycle ride with your dad, which was awesome. Roads in Ontario. Man, Ontario, you guys do roads really well. Like they're narrow, it's sort of English countryside, no shoulders.
Terrifying.
Lots of trees and ups and downs and snakes.
Yeah.
And turtles. It's turtle crossings.
We didn't run over any turtles. We almost ran over a snake.
Yep.
Deer was right there.
Yep.
That deer was right there.
Yeah, it's really good.
But beautiful roads. Lots of trees.
Yep. And cheese.
Yummy, yummy in my tummy. Yummy, yummy in my tummy. Yummy, yummy in my tummy. Yummy, yummy in my tummy.
So the 2 cheese places that we generally go to, Forfar is on the other side of Newborough. Westport is west of Newborough. Forfar, if you keep going along the highway, is east. They used to make the cheese there
Back in the day.
Back in the day when I was a kid. And now it's sort of like, I compare it to Tim Hortons, where they make the cheese elsewhere and then they ship it into the shop. And they have little places where people can sit and eat their cheese or whatever else they buy instead of where the actual like cheese making area was. Right. So it's not quite as fresh as you want.
Blessed are the cheesemakers.
I think it was blessed are the cheesemakers.
What's so special about the cheesemakers?
Well, obviously, it's not meant to be taken literally. It refers to any manufacturers of dairy products.
Blessed are the cheesemakers. But it's still really good. You have to go there for curd because that's the only reason. And their 7-year-old cheddar was outstanding.
Yeah, and they had a great spicy Havarti, which I loved.
Yeah, so good.
And the so squeaky cheese. Oh my goodness.
Squeaky cheese curd is the only reason really to go to Ontario. And then the other place that we went to is Wilton. And Wilton was established, it's this tiny little village, established 1700 sometime. And they have a little cheese place called Wilton's Cheese. And they make everything right there.
Wow.
So if you're ever in Southern Ontario in that area, go to Wilton and get their cheese if you can, because they make it right there and it's fresh and the cheese curd is squeaky and it's delightful.
We should do a cheese touring company.
Okay.
Just cruise around eating cheese.
Yeah. And then compare it to European cheese.
Right.
So we're just going to have to go to Europe and eat their cheese.
Obviously. Yeah.
Duh.
The new show.
We went to, after you left, my family and I went to a museum called Farmtown Park in Stirling, Ontario.
Ooh.
Not my kind of museum. Because it's like, this is the history of our town with cheese and milk and ice
Farmtown.
cream. And yeah, it's Farmtown. And tractor equipment. And here's what 75 different chainsaws look like throughout the ages.
And look, here's an oxen.
Yeah, but man, did they ever do a great job.
Oh, that's cool.
It was like 5 different barns kind of put together. You have a map and you go through. They even had one barn that they made the inside look like the outside of a main street of
cool.
1920s Stirling. It was really, really well done.
Wow.
So
That is worth seeing. I'm
totally
sorry I
worth
missed
seeing. Yeah, it was actually really spectacular. And then my last day there, we went to a winery called Schuurman Vineyard and Winery.
Well, that's one in Westport, right?
That's the one in Westport. Yeah,
They got
just
a Forno oven.
down the street from my dad's house. Yeah.
Yeah.
Pizza was fantastic.
Napolitina pizza, whatever they call that.
Yeah. Thin crust, delicious. But I forgot to mention, we went to a brewery as well.
Oh, that's right.
Westport Brewing Company.
Oh, and we got some education. We learned about crowlers.
Yep.
I know you're thinking, no, drop air, it's growlers. And no, fair audience, it's crowlers. It's cottage growlers.
Why do they call it that?
It's because they're in cans. So they don't believe in filling up dirty bottles with their fine beer. And also glass in a lake, not a good mix.
Yeah. So he was saying that people don't always know how to clean the growlers when they come back and have them refilled. And then they complain that their beer tastes funny, but it's probably because there's still soap in it.
Or bacteria.
Bacteria, old beer. My only issue with it is you can't, some people might not find this an issue, but you can't close the can once you open
And
it.
that is true. And it is a big can.
It is a big can.
Like big. Like you've seen big cans before?
It's a big can. It's like,
It's right on the edge.
was that a joke about,
It's right on the edge.
oh dear.
It's right on the edge of what makes me twitchy about unusually sized things. And that was getting pretty close to the threshold of something that makes me twitchy.
So you've just learned something weird about Drop Bear. He has a I have a thing about sharks, which I think is pretty normal.
Yeah.
He has a weird thing about unusually sized
Things.
stuff.
Giant pencils. Oh my God. Those wacky sunglasses that are way too big.
It's so
Shit
weird.
freaks me out.
Yeah.
Yeah. Unusually sized things or things that are way too small that shouldn't be or way too big. It's, blah. Yeah. Anyway.
The look I'm giving him right now, and I knew about this. I still don't understand it, but hey, that's what phobias are.
It's not, I'm not afraid of them. They just wig me out. Like it's just, it gives me an unsettled feeling.
So where does unsettled feeling stop and a phobia begin?
Oh, I do not know.
Ah.
We'll have to call a doctor.
Call a doctor.
Hi, everybody.
Hi, Dr. Nick.
Call a doctor.
Yeah.
Yeah, then I rode back from Victoria on my motorcycle, and my butt felt great.
Why would that be, Drop Bear?
It's a non sequitur. So going out there, my butt hurt. I was butt hurt all the way out because I had a really crappy seat on my beautiful motorcycle.
Sounds really bad. Your butt hurt because you had a crappy seat.
Anyway, so I couldn't ride more than a half hour without like being in tremendous pain and thinking about my tailbone, or as I like to call it, my coccyx.
You said coccyx. Coccyx.
Coccyx.
Coccyx.
Coccyx. Coccyx.
Coccyx.
Okay. And so as soon as I got there, I ordered a new seat from Fort 9. Big plug to Fort 9 because they sent out a brand new seat from
Big plug for your butt. Fort 9.
Fort 9. Oh, it's degrades so quickly. And anyway, I got a seat from Mustang, which is a touring seat for my motorcycle. And my dad put it on, and my dad shined up my motorcycle and did it all up. So as soon as I got back, I had this brand new seat. My bike was all looking gleamy and awesome.
We are going to put links to all these places we're talking about, by the way.
And then I rode back. And as I was riding back, I went, ferried from the island to the mainland, went up to Kelowna, took the west side road. I think that's what it's called. So it sort of goes beside the west side of the lake, and stayed at a friend's place. And then the next morning I take off again, and I was going to Armstrong. That's where I was going to fuel up. So I put it in my GPS.
Where they also have cheese.
That's right. And it took me on an uncommon road. It took me on Otter Lake Road. And it is just like in Ontario. It's like windy. There's like lakes. There's like animals. And there's like little hills and no shoulders. It was
Did
great.
you see any otters, though?
I did not see an otter.
Well, that's false advertising if I've ever heard it.
BC?
You otter seen an otter.
Why'd you have to know?
I just spent like a bunch of time with my dad.
Yeah, that's fair.
There's dad jokes.
Anyway, so that was that was trip back. So that was kind of ended the travel part of my vacation while you were off, museuming.
Hanging out with my fam.
Yeah, I was riding my motorcycle.
And then we came back to more rain.
Yeah, we had one nice day. I had one nice day while you were gone, and then when you came there, it started raining again.
I can't get over how horrible this summer in Calgary has been. So not only am I thankful that we went to Southern Ontario and saw my family for vacation and the cottage and the cheese and the wine and the beer and the sunshine, but really we needed a summer.
Yeah.
I have an idea.
What?
And I think it's quite a brilliant idea.
Well.
We should get in touch with Frank of Frank's Lodge.
Oh.
And give him some socks from the Friday Sock Company.
That's a great idea.
Thank you.
Because Frank's done a lot of work.
Mm-hmm.
And he was a wonderful host.
Yeah.
He didn't stay with us or anything, but he got us settled, showed us around.
Yeah.
So, Frank, you get yourself some socks from the Friday Sock Company.
I think it's the least we can do.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I think maybe we should celebrate with a sock jingle.
I think we should.
Which one?
The most recent would be the Ramstein
And Garfunkel.
and Garfunkel. So let's do that.
Ramstein and Garfunkel.
Here is some words for and from our sponsor.
Two socks match. Robert and I don't like to have socks match. Are you wearing your ethical socks?
Yo, who lets these guys in here? Hey guys, what's the deal?
Designed in Canada and made in Italy.
Yeah, are we both doing sock songs or
Two socks. Friday Sock Company
Yeah, Friday Sock Company socks, but we are German industrial. Oh, it's Friday Sock Company socks.
Ethical socks.
So great.
Two socks. Two socks match. And I don't like to have socks match.
That was super weird. That's because we are German industrial band and you are obviously folky and I guess we could all agree that the Friday Sock Company socks are good socks. They're great socks. But maybe just don't break into the studio next time.
I say for our sponsor because it is for our sponsor, and then from our sponsor because it's kind of like an advertisement. So
Yeah.
it's all rolled into one.
Brought to you by our resident songmaker, Rob Mitchelson.
Yes.
Yeah.
Speaking of sock jingles,
Yeah.
we are due soon for another sock jingle music video.
That's true. It's already been recorded. We've already filmed it. Just need some editing.
Yes.
You can check out the other one that we've done at youtube.com/dropbear and panda.
Yep.
And you can check that out.
It's pretty silly.
It is super silly.
I like it.
Yeah.
What else is on our docket today?
I've got a new computer.
Well, you got it a while ago.
Yeah. And I just haven't, I bought all the pieces. So it was like one of those ones where you buy all the stuff separately.
Yes.
Through Memory Express and Amazon Prime. And it's really cool. It's kick-ass. It should be able to render 8K video in the blink of an eye.
So when the power went out yesterday, that was the power. That wasn't that your computer just shut the entire north end of Calgary down. It was that it was power.
It was power. Yeah. It was not the
Gotcha.
computer.
So you built this computer.
Yep.
But you can't use it.
Not yet.
Because you don't know what you're doing.
No. So I've called in a favor from a friend to help me figure out the BIOS. It's not like it used to be back in the day. Now everything's different. So I've got my clock set to 12 o'clock and it flashes.
Hitting it on the side just doesn't help. I can't plug it in and unplug it to help it work.
So it is well past beyond my pay grade to figure this out. So I've got Ryan coming over to give me a hand to figure it out.
To be fair, you got me through Rogers a free Samsung
tablet,
Tab A, I think it is. And I couldn't figure out how to. There's no buttons on it. It's like there's 3 buttons.
You just have to think.
It's weird.
Yeah.
And I couldn't figure it out. And I was like, why isn't this working? Where is it going? And then I forgot that it actually still had to set up. And so the fact that you can't figure out the computer that you just built yourself, I shouldn't make fun of you.
No, you really shouldn't.
I should not.
No.
But I still do.
I would like to give a shout out to AppleCare.
Why is that, Michael?
Well, because my iPhone XS went for a swim. It was on vacation and it decided to go for a swim and stopped working. And here's a public service announcement.
Yep.
iPhones are not waterproof.
Definitely not the one you had.
Nope. But like in the middle of Southern Ontario in cottage country, I called them up and within 2.5 days, they had shipped me a brand new iPhone.
In the middle of
nowhere.
the Le Grand Ville Westport.
Yeah. It was awesome. So I got that and I got unlimited data and that's where you got your tablet from.
Woohoo.
But funny story. Yesterday, I got a notice from Rogers saying that I've gone $50 over my data.
What?
Yeah. So I was like, so I called them up and I'm just like, I have unlimited data. How can I be over my data if it's unlimited? And they're just like, oh my God, it's like halfway through a billing cycle. We're sorry. We'll figure it out. Don't sweat it. We got you. Yeah. Because my bill went down $10 a month by getting unlimited data. I used to have limited data and it went unlimited data and my bill went down $10 a month and I got an extra tablet.
Question for you.
Yeah.
I am with another cell phone company and they've always been good to me, but I have a feeling that I should switch because
unlimited data.
Yeah. And other people are like, this is my cell phone bill. And I'm like, whoa, that's way less than what I'm paying.
Yeah.
I know they've done changes with cell phone plans in the last couple of years. Can I cancel mine halfway through a 2-year contract?
Well, it depends. You'd probably have to pay the difference of your phone is what you'd have to buy it out.
Oh, I'd have to buy it out and then I can go do whatever I want.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
That's usually how it works.
Yeah.
Yeah. And then you can take your number with you. That's the thing as well. So
well, yeah, I don't want to. Yeah.
Yeah.
Interesting. Okay.
Yeah. So there you go. So that's what's new. Hopefully by, middle of September, I'll have the new system up and running so we can edit our video. We've got some video projects that are coming up, which is super cool.
We're going to need that new computer.
Oh, yeah.
Is this new computer going to be good for an HTC Vive?
It is, actually.
What?
Oh, yeah.
And all our other stuff?
Well, I mean, I would have to have it as a dual boot computer, which I don't want to do. So
dual boot?
Yeah, dual boot.
Dual boot.
Anyway.
So Canada, eh? Dual boot.
We could. This could be a HTC Vive computer, but I don't want to have a gaming computer. I need a workhorse.
Not that we don't like our PlayStation VR, but
the PlayStation VR is pretty damn good.
I know. What's the most recent game that you played?
Blood and Truth.
We got that from Luke Saber.
Yeah, Luke Saber dropped that off. Yeah. It's good. I haven't played a lot of it.
Well, it's because we were in Ontario.
But so far, I kind of dig it.
Yeah.
Yeah. I kind of wish you could free roam around, instead of jumping from place to place. But it's okay. I dig it.
I think we're just gonna have to try it again.
Yep.
Yep.
Anyway, that's how are you gonna save the world?
Oh crap.
Do we need to save the world every episode?
Well, it is called Save the World.
Could be shave the world. What are you gonna shave today? That look.
He's rendered me silent, people. I have no...
You're welcome, audience.
Your eyebrows when you're sleeping.
Oh. Nice.
Save the world this week. Oh my God. Well, you know what? The only thing that I'm still on brain mode right now, or my brain is still on vacation mode right now, but I do have to start work on Tuesday.
Oh.
So I don't know. Work is going to be, there's going to be piles everywhere. And, I'm just getting anxious. I was going to try to save the world somehow through work and stuff, but I see my brain. Whoa.
You know what you could do? You could
not go to work.
Have a beer.
Ooh.
Support a local brewery and have a beer on your last 2 days of vacation.
Bam-a-lamb. I think that would work. Yes. Support. I think it's a Fernie Brewing Company, isn't it?
I think so.
There you go, Fernie.
Delicious.
It is delicious, actually. There you go. I'm going to get more into the saving the world once I get my shit together. But I will mention today is Pride Day in Calgary.
Oh, it is so.
As well. There's a lot of people down at the parade.
Yeah.
Supporting love.
Yeah.
Which I like.
Love. Twoo love.
Twoo love. How are you saving the world?
Well, I've sold a motorcycle today.
Yes.
So I emptied out the garage. I sent another motorcycle over to my dad. I shipped an old CB400 his way so he can play with it and work on it. And that's I'm spreading joy through motorcycles. That's how I'm saving the world.
Spreading joy through motorcycles.
Yep. That's pretty much it. I think it's not a big thing.
Nope.
But it's little things, and to do it consistently.
Yeah, we've got a lot of work to do, so we will see you guys in 2 weeks. Happy Pride Day.
Yeah.
Okay, Google, thank you very much.
I'm happy to help.
Cool. I've been Drop Air.
I've been Panda.
And this has been Drop Air and Panda.
In wet Calgary.
Shave the world.
Huge thanks to our sponsor, the Friday Sock Company.
This podcast was recorded at the Drop Air and Panda Kensington studio.
Special thanks to Emery Cords for the kick-ass theme music.
Don't forget to subscribe.
So, farewell. Bye-bye.